Hello guys, welcome back to the Fat Cat Caravan and welcome back to the misadventures of Captain Cat and Space Engineers. Right, here we go then. I hope you guys are well, but right, this will be episode 2 in the Survivor series, so let's go ahead and see where we are. Right, so here we are at our base. Unfortunately, it's night time. I can't do a lot about that, sorry. Well, I could wait and then film it in the day, but no, sorry. Cool, yeah, so if you remember last episode, we built this little base up and I pretty much just done a few more of the walls. And what we're going to do today in today's episode is we are going to turn, because I need to do a lot of drilling and stuff like that, we're going to turn this little cargo pod into a useful drilling machine with a bit of luck. So first things first, I've kind of like gutted the ship, taken everything out apart from the battery, because why waste the battery? We need that battery power and it'd be a shame to break it down. So what we're going to do is slap a little cockpit in here, I think. So let's go to Ship Essentials and get the cockpit. Now the thing with the cockpit. The thing with the cockpit is if when you place this down, it'll unlock the things you need, like the thrusters. These thrusters here, it would unlock those so you can build them, and the gyroscope, which is needed. So yeah, cool. We are going to place this cockpit not like that though, obviously. Put it right there. There we go. Right. Cool. Let's weld that up. Now again, just build up to the functional line, functional hack. So literally the only thing we need now to finish this cockpit off is 5 displays. You can build it all the way up. The bulletproof glass, I think you need all the components actually up until the bulletproof glass. But that's just extra. I mean, you don't need that to build this cockpit. So what we'll do then, we'll go and grab the what do we need? 15 computers, 5 displays. Okay, let's go and grab that. Right, cool. That's the 15 computers we need and the 5 displays. So let's get back to the cockpit. So yeah, as you can see, this pod is a really useful. Rather than grind it down, if you can build without destroying this, it become a useful, pretty much mining ship you've got here straight away, instantly. So. Right, there we go. So that's the functional line. We've got that. That's no problem. Now, like I say, this will keep building up until the bulletproof glass. So there you go. Right, cool. So literally that whole entire space, 43, the rest of the 43% is a bulletproof glass. So I might go ahead and build that anyway, but it's not necessary. This is a functioning cockpit now. We can jump in and it's fine. It's a working cockpit. Right, cool. So let's hop out of that again then. Right, so now I've gone ahead and built a gyroscope because that is definitely needed for flight. Like it's an essential. So as you can see, gyroscopes allow ships to orientate using the mouse movements and stabilize. So basically, what it does, it makes it's a sensitivity of moving around and stuff. So the more gyroscopes you have, you can put more down, but it makes the ship more sensitive to controls. So yeah, it's definitely needed. Otherwise, you'll have like a real slow, sluggish ship. So anyway, cool. Right, so let's get on, and we're going to build a few more thrusters because we have the upwards movement, but we need all 4 direction movements now. So let's go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build. I think because these spaces are kind of cut out already, I'm going to use these spaces here. They're almost like they're made for thrusters. So we're going to stick the thrusters in here on this little gaps here. So we're going to grind this down. Be very careful when you're grinding, obviously, because you can end up grinding the parts you need. Right, cool. That's the 4 spaces made. Okay, let's build these thrusters, shall we? Now we want atmospheric thrusters because the same ones are on the ship at the moment. Because those thrusters basically use the atmosphere of the planet. So they can only be used on planets. They won't go into space or nothing like that. In space, you need a different kind of thruster, which is an ion thruster. So, yeah, just bear that in mind. So what we want is the atmospheric thruster. That's not that one, obviously. The smaller one. Thank you very much. Right, yeah, this one. Perfect. So let's spin this round. Right, just quickly, guys, you're going to notice when you're building these thrusters that you're going to need metal grids, as you can see there on the right. Now, metal grids, unfortunately, you're going to need cobalt to make these, but luckily for us, when we ground the ship down, there was a hydrogen thruster right in there, right, which I've obviously ground down. I've got the entire ship. So when you ground down the hydrogen thruster, we get 4 metal grids from it, which we're going to use conveniently 1, 2, 3, 4 for our 4 thrusters. So we should have those from that. So don't panic. You don't need any cobalt, so that's fine. So yeah, as you can see, 4 metal grids. Yeah, hydrogen thrusters. So what we're going to do is grab those, and I think we need some steel tubes as well. So that's kind of right. Cool. Let's finish this off. Right. So yeah, with our ship built, our thrusters built in all directions, all 4 directions there, we are pretty much good to go, apart from obviously one major thing, the drill. So let's go ahead and attach a drill to the front of this, shall we? So let's go and do that. So just as a side note, the drill is actually located in the weapon wheel. So wheels and weapons is actually located right in here somewhere. There it is, under grinder, then you've got welder, then you've got drill right there. Right, cool. So you'll notice on the drill it has 3 attachment points, 3 small connectors. We just need the one on the end for now, so we're going to put it lines up perfectly with our cockpit here. So we're going to do that. I'm not going to do it that way. Nope, not that way either. And not that way. Perfect, there we go. Lovely. So we are almost ready to mine. So what we're going to do, just let's get this built up now. Boom, and there we have it, a primitive mining ship, but still a mining ship nonetheless. So cool. So if we hop in the old cockpit here. Right, so I've turned the battery off just to save power, because there's no point having it on just sitting here. So let's go into our control panel. Sorry, by pressing touchpad and then R2 brings a control panel of all the systems on the ship. Now, if you notice, we've just built 4 more thrusters, which we can see here, right? 1 on each side, yeah. But we don't see the others in the list, like the other thrusters, which are here. 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Now, if we go ahead and turn this battery on in the control panel, get the battery, which is here. Right, let's go and turn it back on again, shall we? Right, all systems online. Now let's hop out and take a look at something for a minute. Right, yeah. So you'll notice this thruster is spinning, that thruster is spinning, that thruster and that thruster is spinning, but these are not. It's because I think when you land on the planet, these thrusters automatically disable themselves. Obviously, there's no point in them being on. So I think by default, they shut themselves down. So what you can do, hop back in the cockpit, go in the control panel again, and what we want to do is go across to here. So show hidden blocks. So click on that, and there's the thrusters. So all we do now is just go ahead and turn all these back on. Okay, so yeah, we've got all our thrusters turned on, as you can see, the ones that were disabled. So if we hop out now and take a look, we got these thruster working. See? Those thrusters are now actively working. Cool. So, right, as you can see, smoke bellowing out from all thrusters. So that's all good. We have all thrusters working. So let's hop back in now. We don't need to actually see these in the HUD anyway, so we can just turn this, go back up here and just turn that back off again. There we go. Cool. Right, so now for the moment of truth, I guess. Let's try and take off. There we go, lovely. Actually, it's really smooth. Awesome. So now we have our mining ship, essentially. So this is going to make our life a lot easier. But you just got to be very careful when flying these things. They are quite difficult to control. So let's go into third person now. Let's have a little look around. So yeah, here we go then. So we can turn the drill on. I'm not quite sure on the console how you set up because if you see on the radio menu here, down the bottom of the screen, that round radio menu, you've got 4 points where you can add in stuff like the drill, or kind of functions of the ship. You can add them in. Not quite sure how to do that on here though. I haven't worked that out yet, but we can activate the drill manually through here. Is what I normally do, just because I don't know how to add it to the kind of toolbar basically. And if anyone doesn't know this, then I would love to, if you leave a comment, I'll be very grateful, because at the moment we could just turn it on here anyway in the menu, but it's kind of awkward because we can't use our R2. So just again, you can see it flailing here, so you just got to be very careful when controlling this. So, oh god, don't do that either. Right, let's go back into first person. Yeah, because it's a drill, it's very kind of erratic, so just very slowly kind of drill. There we go. And watch your weight as well. So if we just kind of pull back for a minute and turn that off for a second, because it's a bit erratic. Drill. Right, yeah, if we're looking at inventory, it will fill up with stone fast. Really fast, like a lot faster than when you're. See, I mean, it's already hit the point where on the hand drill we're doing. Now the drill itself can hold, was it 3,000 odd liters, and the cockpit. So it will go to the cockpit, the drill, and also the cargo containers. So just be mindful of that total weight. So what is the total on that? It's about 7 or 8,000. So just be mindful on the right hand side of the screen there of the weight. Right, let's do a bit of mining with that. Yeah, it's definitely got a kick to it, this drill has. I'm trying to find some iron ore, so I'm going to find that, because obviously stone is the slower way of doing things. When we hit an iron ore vein, that'll be the one, because obviously we'll get more bang for our buck, more iron. But yeah, just take your time, do it slowly, and just watch that inventory, because when it does get heavy, you will kind of lose. You know, you'll just sink basically. All right, so just be very careful of that when you're digging. Right, I'm gonna kind of ease off now, not get carried away with it, because I can feel it. I can feel it already on the controls. It's kind of getting heavy, so let's go and turn that off. Right, cool. Yeah, so let's take a look at inventory now. Right, yeah, as you can see now, it's gone from the cockpit into the drill itself, and it's filling up very quickly. Almost the drill's almost full, and then we're going to go down, and then it'll drop it into the medium cargo container. But yeah, right. So yeah, we've got our mining drill now, so it's going to make things a lot quicker and easier. So what I'm going to do, instead of just like parking this up now, I'm going to hop out, because we still need to add that connector, don't we? So I'm going to jump out here. Right, so let's just drop down here. That will stay there, no problem. Right, cool. So as before, remember we was going to put the connector on the bottom, but we couldn't actually access the bottom of the ship, but now we can. We'll just leave it flying for a while. We can put that connector on. So let's go to the connector right here, and let's change its orientation. There we go. That's good, perfectly placed there. Right, welcome back guys. So yeah, that's our connector finished now. So that's perfect, but just please be aware that's extra added weight we add that as well, and it kind of makes it just a bit more heavier. And as you can see, our battery's now running out because I've had to leave it floating there. So what we're going to do, we're going to use that connector with an opposite connector on our base so we can recharge the ship. So let's get the ship down there now. Let's get it down for now and save some battery. Let's just stick it down there like that. Cool. Right, let's turn this battery off, shall we? Alright, there we go. All systems off. As you can see, all the screens have gone off and everything. Right, let's hop out of here. Just for now. But I must stress completely, please just do your drill movements very slowly. Now, it's very easy because you're on a gravity planet here. That's why we don't have no downward thrusters. It's because let gravity do the work. Just basically, you will fall, you will drop anyway, but just use very small movements when you're using this drill. And it's very hard when you're in this cockpit to see how long this drill actually is. So when you're pushing forward now, you're going to go into the rock. And what's going to happen is eventually you either end up smashing your ship or getting stuck and you can't come out. So just very small motions around the edge of the around the edge here. And just go and make yourself, basically drill yourself a bigger hole so you can actually back out if you make a mistake. So that's what I tend to do. Just go around the edges and just do, very soft, slow on the stick, very slow on the stick, guys, because it's very easy just to push too far forward and smash yourself into the rock. Right, cool. So let's build another connector so we can charge our battery now, shall we? So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see what's needed for that, shall we? Right. So you're going to put this on. Where can we put this? We can put it on there. On the cargo, yeah. We're going to put it on the cargo container, which makes sense because we're going to transfer stuff anyway. So it's going to have to go on the cargo container anyway. So let's drop that down. Now, as you can see, it takes like the most amount of steel plate, 130 steel plates for this. So we're going to have to, work hard on that. But yeah, let's go ahead and do that now, shall we? All right, guys, welcome back. Now, yes, I've gone ahead and built the connector, as you can see, and yeah, ship's locked in place and charging, so that's pretty awesome. It just keeps everything neat and tidy, basically. But obviously, I might change the design a little bit when I kind of build a roof, kind of raise it up, that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, it's charged. We've got our battery charging. We can deposit our rock, stone, or cobalt, whatever, straight into the storage container, which is awesome. And yeah, if we go ahead and just fly up and take a look in our cockpit, we can see the battery. I've gone ahead and renamed this. You can rename them by going onto this block here, just clicking into it. You can rename it whatever you want, but obviously to keep things separate, I don't know which battery is which. You've got a list of like 10 batteries and they don't kind of know which one, but anyway. So yeah, I've got that, as you can see on the right hand side now. It's charging away. There we go. Stored power is going up, and yeah, the maximum store power is 1, and I think that's megawatts. I want to say because we've got kilowatts and then megawatts. I'm guessing. So yeah, obviously megawatt is massive, bigger than a kilowatt. Anyway, so that's fully recharged in 9 minutes. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's leave that there. Let's hop out. Oh yeah, just one more thing. Sorry. In the control panel, you can go to the battery and. Right, what I've done, I've got on recharge. You can change the mode. So if you click on here, you can have auto, discharge, and recharge. So basically, you wouldn't hardly ever need discharge unless you're kind of trying to charge another ship or something, maybe. But for the most part, once it's charged, just switch it back to auto, and that's good to go. Let me just hop out of here a sec. Right, as you can see now, judging by the yellow battery icons here, like the meter, the battery meter, yeah, it's yellow. So if I go back in here now, but it's because it's recharging. If I go back into the cockpit now and switch it back to battery, right, if I switch back to auto now, it will turn green. All the systems will come back online, although I didn't actually turn them off, but it's fine. Yeah, so it goes green now. There you go. So that just means it's using battery power. Now the reason I say just put it on recharge, because there's no point using and charging at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Just keep the ship systems online. There's literally no point in doing that. So you're just wasting battery, and it takes longer to charge. So let's just go back into there and then turn it back to recharge. And that's it. And I'll pretty much leave that, carry on kind of like building on my base a little bit by doing some hand mining until that's fully charged, and then yeah, we'll just take that again for another little joyride. But like I say, I cannot stress enough, guys, that go very slowly with the analog stick when you're mining with this ship, because it's very easy to blow the fuck out this thing and just like dismantle it in seconds. So just take your time when you're mining, go very small, slow movements. Again, try and work around the edges of the hole before you go in. That sounds really dodgy, but actually that works in all life things as well. So anyway, no, so yeah, that's cool, guys. So yeah, this episode we've got our ship built, we've got it charging, we've got a mining ship now, so it's going to make our life 10 times easier than doing it by hand. I will just touch on actually upgrading your tools as well. You can upgrade your tools if you wasn't aware. So if we go into the production queue, and we go into up here. We want to go up here to blueprints. If we scroll across now to tools, you'll see this little arrow by the grinder, by the drill, arrow pointing upwards. Yeah, you see that? Well, basically you can make enhanced versions of your the drill was obviously the first thing you want to do. That is the first thing you should upgrade is your hand drill, because if you're doing everything by hand, you want more yield. So yeah, do that. And then later on, when you get cobalt, which I have got here on this planet, like I can upgrade all this stuff. So yeah, all right, guys. Awesome. I'm gonna leave that episode there, man. And this has been the latest episode of Captain Cat. A mission success, I might add as well. We got our ship. We haven't destroyed our ship, because I've done this many times and destroyed loads in the process. So don't be disheartened if you destroy your ship. Just, dust yourself off and try again. But yeah, cool. All right, guys. Peace out. I'll see you on the next episode, where we should be looking at getting some solar panels on the left and right hand side when the sun comes up, making more power and so on. Just more base improvements, really. So yeah, cool. All right, guys, I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching. If you've got any questions, just leave them in the comments down below, and I will do my best to answer them. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one, guys. All right, take care.